Friday morning, weekly weigh-in time. This is actually not the first one I'm recording. I recorded one 2 weeks ago today, and for whatever reason, my video editing app is not letting me upload videos, but I'm determined to get this back on track. I know what my weight was, so just backing it up. I actually went on a cruise last week. 2 weeks ago, I was 282. And I still keep running up against this hurdle of not getting under 280. And I just feel like the weekly weigh-in was such an important accountability tool, and I'm going to bring it back. I was trying to get under 280 by the time I went on my cruise. I knew I would definitely take a step backwards. I didn't go too crazy on the cruise last week. I don't know what I was when I first came back, but I did weigh myself earlier this week. I don't know if it was Tuesday or Wednesday, but I was 286, had an absolutely phenomenal week in terms of my diet and fitness. I'm not gonna have unrealistic expectations in 2 or 3 days, but I'm laser focused on starting to get some separation from where I've been. I started out the year somewhere between 305 and 310. I won't exactly know because I never weighed myself at my heaviest. I just know at the end of Christmas break, I jumped right back on my diet, and I remember the first week of the year, I had a very good week. I did my 3 24-hour fasts, and even after that, when I weighed in, I was like 302, 303, which tells me, and I know, when I go from eating raw sewage like I was over Christmas break to going to eating whole foods, drinking nothing but water, exercising again, doing all of that, I'll drop like 8 to 10 pounds in a week. That's not typical. I won't, dropping that is just because I'm going from eating McDonald's and drinking soda to drinking water and eating steamed vegetables and chicken thighs. So I know when I go from, 2 weeks of Christmas break to eating nothing but fast food and junk to eating like that, I drop a lot of weight. Like I said, I'm sure it was somewhere between 305 and 310, but I never weighed myself at the heaviest. But, I worked really hard in Q1 and I got down to like 281, 282. And I have been in the 280s all year. There's been a real lack of prioritization in terms of my fitness. I've been enjoying the lifting. I've been lifting all year. But the nutrition and the cardio I'm not going to beat myself up about because I've been dealing with a very serious Achilles injury. I've just started running again in the last 2 weeks, but I tried to start running again in June and July, and I was scared I was going to tear my Achilles. So I'm not going to beat myself up about that. But the nutrition is something I'm always, in full control of, and I will always take accountability for that. And that has really been the issue. That being said, I've done some short runs on the treadmill this week after basically taking 3 months off from running, and no pain, no issues. I'm pain-free in my right Achilles. I did have my annual checkup yesterday. My doctor was very pleased other than my weight. My weight has gone up about 40 pounds in the last year. I hadn't been there since February of last year. But she said my labs were excellent. Everything is great. Just get my weight down. And she said my cholesterol was a little on the high side. But she said that my kidneys are very strong. And she said my blood sugar levels are very, very far away from being even pre-diabetic. So she said, if you have high cholesterol, those are the 2 triggers for us being very worried about potential cardiac issues. If you have kidney issues or if you have high blood sugar and, you're basically either pre-diabetic or diabetic. But she said because of that, she's not worried, but she told me I do need to get my weight down. But she said the rest of my labs were outstanding. So very pleased with that. But it's really time to kind of tighten the screws. I really want to get out of the 280s, and I really want to start seeing some progress. I'm enjoying the lifting, but I'm not lifting just for the sake of putting up videos on YouTube. I'm doing this because I want to keep my health in check. So I think the weekly weigh-in and bringing back Conquer the Weekend are just going to be some very important accountability tools. So like I said, my weight either Tuesday or Wednesday was 286. So let's see where I'm at. But like I said, I've had a phenomenal week since I got back from the cruise on Saturday afternoon. So let's see where I'm at to end the week. And I'm just going to be laser focused on getting under 280. And I'm just going to basically set, each 10-pound increment. I'm going to laser focus in on the next one. every time I make one. But right now, nothing exists outside of the goal is to get under 280. So let's see where I'm at. So I got off the scale, ran a mile this morning, very slow pace because I'm focused on heart rate training. So anytime my heart rate went under 135, I walked until it went down, and then I started running back on my heart rate training. But let's see where I'm at. Okay, so I'm down another 2.2 pounds since earlier this week. That's kind of what I was thinking. Probably I couldn't remember if it was Tuesday or Wednesday, but yeah, 4 pounds away from my next interim goal. BMI is obscenely high. Body fat just ridiculous. But I'm not here to trash myself. 2 pounds up from 2 weeks ago, and considering I was on a cruise last week, not too bad. So I'm gonna challenge myself to lose 2 pounds a week. 2 weeks from today, the second Friday in October, I want to be October 11th. Yeah, October 11th. I want to see 279. I'm gonna challenge myself. I'm gonna hold myself to that. I'm going to do my weekly weigh-in, and I'm going to do my Monday conquer the weekend. And I always know, if I'm flat to down for the week, then I'm setting myself up for a great week. So, you know what? I'm going to challenge myself to eat clean this weekend. The only one controlling my nutrition is me. The only one. So, how serious I'm about this. I'm going to put these videos up regardless, and I'm going to ask my family and friends to watch. I'm going to get back to some of the things that were working, but, we got to get under 280. I can't believe it's been 6 months that I've been in the 280s after losing 20 pounds in the first quarter, but there's only one way to change that, and so that process starts right now. But good week. Like I said, considering I was on a cruise last week for 5 days and it was unlimited food, and I didn't go too crazy. And I'm basically 2 pounds up 2 weeks later from where I was, and I'm in striking distance. October 11th, I want to see that scale say 279. I don't care if it's 99999. I'm going to get out of the 280s. That's the next interim goal. Good work for Reed Fitness. Signing off.